Hello and welcome to another Olde Battle Apps hobby video. Last one of this series. Did a few videos on hunters. I may do another one on the other players, but I focused on specific options you can take, and this one's the two mascots for hard versus snow. Now, both good, very different, work well in different teams. Let's start with for hard. For hard is, I think, really a very simple mascot to use. You want to get it in a position where you can charge someone, essentially. Get that furious off, preferably if they're isolated, do some damage, get some momentum, dodge away. That's basically what for hard can do best. Other thing that for hard can do, which is good, is control the ball. Go and get the ball, put nimble on, especially in cover. Defense 6 model in cover, it's very hard to get the ball back again. Hard is obviously a little bit weaker, I would say. Defense 5, but only 6 health. Snow, defense 4. Then for hard is quicker, same attack. Snow's got a better kick. Defense is different. Influence is different. For hard can only take 2. Snow can take 3, but yeah, when you really can give your mascot 3 influence. And obviously with for hard you've got the Zerola linked, but it's hard to talk too much about that because I don't actually use Zerola very much. I need to use it more, then I might talk about that a bit more. But they're definitely obviously useful, and if nothing else, the roller can snare someone with chain bowlers, and then for hard can go in straight away without them having the opportunity to clear the condition. Or you could even do something really crazy, like start off with the roller, preferably with blessing on her, do midnight offering on for hard, get him out the pitch a bit further, or chain bowler someone, midnight offering him as well. Preferably even giving him the ball, because you could pass him the ball as well. He could charge up, do some damage, dodge away, and possibly even shoot. Of course, only 1-4 kick makes it a bit tricky, but there are things that you could do. I think he's a great option, and the simpler of the two mascots. Snow, I think, has really good options. A momentous tackle on 1 is definitely a thing. Momentous push on 2 is definitely a thing, so things like Sick'em is quite useful with Snow. You can get that charge up and just move people around a bit more. Feral Instincts, I've never actually used Feral Instincts because I've never really felt like I've needed to. But again, definitely something useful. Could be done on the Bear, could be done on Avarice and Greed, could be done on Scather, Hearns, all of them really would benefit from it. But anyone really apart from Jacob would benefit from it. So definitely could be useful, but again the difficulty with that is you then got to play Snow first. Does make it a bit harder. And the thing with Snow is all about those 2 character traits. Ball, I've used it a few times. Actually, it's surprisingly useful how often a ball lands within 6 inches of the mascot, especially if it's your go next. I've been able to retrieve the ball, pass it to Scather, and go for a snapshot straight away. They've scored, or I've scored. They kicked it out. I picked it up with the dog. They haven't been able to get the ball off me. For whatever reason, I passed it to Scather and scored a goal. So I've got 8 points in 2 activations essentially. So that is definitely a thing. I think Ball actually, I thought when I first saw it, it wasn't going to be that useful. Never really going to think about it, but actually it's quite good. And then Pack Mentality, useful, but takes a lot of placement and thought. Needs to be within 4 inches of people, needs to be in a place where that dodge is useful. Good against butchers. Put Snow somewhere in the middle, within 4 inches of people. If the Bear's been engaged, for example, or Hearn's been engaged, or even Scather, someone gets hit, because butchers want to go for that damage, they'll dodge an inch towards Snow, they can then counter, and every single hunter has got either a dodge or a push really low down on their playbook. Even if it's usually on the first, if not second, column, so they can hit back, dodge away or push away, and then they're not in combat anymore. So it can really screw up some butchers' fun time if you can get that to work well. And they're both good mascots. Some teams have only really got 1 good mascot, but these are 2 really good mascots to use. 2 lovely models as well, I would like to say. To me, for hard works more in a Theron team because again that snares out, and with a blessing to help him with maybe with Zerola for placement. Snow works more in a Scather team because you tend to be going more for the ball. So ball is more useful, but also depends who you're playing against. Snow doesn't work so well against fish because that pack mentality isn't very useful. So Fahad is more useful there because there's nothing else. You can get some free charges off quicker, do a bit of damage, get some momentum, whereas Snow can't do that as easily. Like Fahad is useful against most teams, maybe, but possibly not against things like Brewers because he tends to just get beaten up. Whereas Snow is useful against those teams because people are going to get hit, they're going to be taking damage, they can dodge out. Whereas Fahad is not going to be the be all and the end all of your damage output in your team. And you can't really exactly rely on trying to out-kill Butchers or particularly Brewers, or Union for that matter. So I think Snow would possibly into those teams. I can foresee the future where I could see taking one captain to a tournament and 2 mascots. I think could really throw some people as well. They could really be like, oh wow, you got 2 mascots. You know, most people only say 1, but they might actually genuinely throw them. But I don't think you see Snow very often, so you can really catch people out with Snow and Pack Mentality and U-Ball. Those 2 character traits can really catch people out, I think. Just a quick video, this one. There's not much to say with 2 mascots, really. Never giving them influence, really. Given Snow it before just to pass the ball, but I never give Fahad any unless I'm really desperate. I want to try and do some more damage, but Fahad needs people who can snare. So you could take him in a scatter team, but he needs Minx or Zorola or the Hurnd or Chaska or J-Car possibly if you can get his trap off and then move people around. Fahad can help, but you need that snared off. Whereas Snow at least doesn't rely on other people as much. A bit more of an independent mascot. So Snow helps others, whereas Fahad needs help from others to work to its best. So that's something to think about. Both useful, but that is something to consider. Fahad needs other people, Snow doesn't, and Snow helps other people. But Fahad does more damage. Depends what you're looking for. Again, as with the other ones and the other videos, getting it by saying both really fun to play with. I enjoy using them. They're both good mascots, I think. And they both got their place in I think they both got their place in either Theron or a Scatter team, depending on what other players you take. As long as you've got other players that can get a good amount of snared out, Fahad is fine, and Snow could be useful in both. Particularly useful to Theron. You know, if Theron can get a free dodge away and then hit someone, he's going to get out of combat. With attack 6 and a 2-inch push, I think he's got a 2-inch dodge on 2, he will get out of combat with just about anyone, unless they knock him down. But then they've got to knock him down, not do damage, so that's going to be a bonus as well. So useful for both. Okay, I don't know how useful this has been, but I hope you've enjoyed listening to me rant about 2 mascots. That's all for now, and see you next time.